When you keep your body clean, and I'm not saying go vegan because most of the time I'd rather not have any kind of anything, and I want to keep cheese out of my diet. I want to keep tortilla chips out of my diet. Anything really, but you still have memory in your mind saying, if I don't eat once in a while, I'll starve. If I don't eat once in a while, everyone in the house will be like, are you eating? I haven't seen you eat anything lately. So I have an apple with peanut butter every day. Every once in a while, I have like a cookie, or my mom will make snacks, and I just make sure I eat those, and I just see them leave my body, and I do that 70% water meditation, that kind of stuff. But with everything else, it's more your chi is the living energy. And the more we talked throughout our early customs, our vibrations, we talked in closer, shorter patterns and didn't make as many sounds or as many variety of words. So those periods of time were longer as they developed. So they actually developed the shape of our bodies. So the reason we do things with chi and the reason we have stances like the tiger stance, the crane stance, the bone stance, and you can name a stance, any kind of stance you want. You can say a tree, a flower stance, the lotus posture, all these kind of things is because we think of the structure of them and what their bodies would look like and how their minds would think when they're sitting like one, and then we like sway our bodies like if the wind was blowing a flower, and if you were adjusting your strength to it and making your spine align back up and pull your flower back up to the sun so it was raising up to where the light pulls it. And you picture that as picture a little tiny rope on your shoulders, and they're attached to each one of your vertebrae. And when you raise your shoulders up, it's raising up your spine, and then it's letting it align itself. And then you go down real slow, and you let your breath out, and you feel like everything's going back into place where it should. And there are all those little ropes tied from your shoulders are going back down and lowering your spine vertebrae. And then you keep doing it over and over, and you just take those ideas and you move around in your mind. So instead of just saying lotus posture, I look like a flower, like really think about the depth of that, and then think about the depth of why it would be a tiger pose or a lion pose, and crawl around like an animal, move like an animal, shape your arms like a monkey would, stand like a gorilla would. And that's the reason that they're strong like they are. And hold your muscles in that position. See yourself in that position. You do it with patterns, and patterns from the inside, patterns from the outside, and patterns from your mind inside and outside, what you choose to say and do and listen to, and what you end up having to or end up allowing yourself to choose to listen to and not choose to listen to, and accidentally run into at times. Although it's not accidental, it's just the way the cosmic mathematics worked you into that equation because you weren't paying enough attention. And everyone can be this alert and not be offensive. I'm not trying to be offensive. It's just I'm just always in like a walking meditation. And that doesn't mean you just walk down the road and pay attention to your feet and sway your arms back and forth. Like you do that too. Those are great. It's always great to keep your body moving and flexing and limber, because that's the whole point of it. You see yourself being strong as you move your bones and move your arms and move your neck and move your spine. You see yourself being fit and happy. You don't imagine it. You are it. You are happy. You are physical. You are doing the best with what you have. So when the walking meditation, like everywhere I go, I've developed such a style of meditation because I've connected with the great masters, and if you really look for the great masters in your mind, you'll find them everywhere they are, everywhere they go, everywhere in the trees, everywhere they are. They're everywhere. It's everywhere. God's everywhere. You're everywhere. Your mind is so powerful now. It can tell over studying a few things that are fun to learn. This is very fun to do, guys. I mean, I just, it's my gift of love from my heart, from my connection with the source of intelligence. And I can show you how it works out for your life and makes things better. I have ideas and ways the future will work without money, ways everything will happen. And it's not to be fancy schmancy me. I want you guys to just enjoy yourselves and live life in the happiest way with nature, and live with the water and live with the stuff, and just keep ourselves clean. That's not really going to be an issue. We'll really understand how to do it now. And if we use certain things with plastics and certain things that we grow, we'll burn them, incinerate them in certain ways and measure the temperatures right and speak ourselves into understanding ourselves back with the degrees and temperatures. And we have people that do know more than they tell us about temperatures and weather. I know this, and we could easily work on this, no problem. And those people, if they ever get these recordings, they'd be like, holy shit, all this stuff we've been doing against people with the weather that we know, we could actually be using it to help ourselves and not manipulate Mother Earth, but ask nature and be with nature and see what it thinks we need to do instead of just taking a bunch of oil and a bunch of this and a bunch of this. Like, there's ways to give back and take back and give back and take back and give back and take back. And it's not really take back. It's if when you're in oneness, it is timelessness. You just use that form of time to keep track of things as a measurement. That's all it is at that point. You don't use money to keep track of value, because if you do that, people continue to compare. And if you continue to compare, you can definitely learn without comparing yourself with fake value. Life without money is not an issue once you do it for 2 months. And then you go, oh, wow, now we can go to the same places, and the people who want to work there can work there. You know, like, you can have a different employee every day. It may be stressful to have employment like that, but after a while, people will love what they do because they'll be so happy to see the people that they see every other day. And they'll know that if they want to have a day off and people go there, help yourself anyway. You know, it's free. Help yourself. People will help you organize it if you need to. If you're older, people are there to help you. If you're younger, people are there to watch for you. We love each other. It's like, we're not going to hurt you. You're good. Stay out of the road if people are still driving. Our cars should now be water and battery and steam operated. There should be no more need for all this oil and chug-a-lugging and shifting of freight and, you know, big tankers and all that kind of stuff. This is just to keep rich people rich. And once we see that, we actually move right past that level of monopoly world right into, you know, paradise haven. Like in a couple months. It's not hard. It's happened many times. And I don't mean to say stuff like that like I know it, but I do. And I've been to places where that happens. And I've lived the whole existence there. And back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And here I am again. And I'll be here for you guys always. No matter if I'm in this body or the next, or in the plant right next to you if you look for me. So until next time, peace.